Okay, hello. Mic is fixed. This is Silent Age, The Silent Age, and I have no idea what it is about, although it's point and click, and it is apparently some sort of post-apocalyptic thingy. I'm doing this because it is also apparently very short, because I saw a review from one of my friends and said it's short and good. So just to test my mic out and everything, I glued it up, so it should be okay now. Just gonna play this now and see if I can finish it in one go, if it really is short. Alright. So hopefully there will be settings somewhere, because the volume is pretty high. It seems I could go back to desktop and change it, but we'll see. So we'll see how this goes. The present. It looks just like another Tuesday as Joe sweeps down the floors of the anonymous cold office hallways. Then he notices the note. A meeting with the brass. Little does he know that today is about to take a very dramatic turn. So it is also probably time travel or something, or then it's just showing me that number one is the present. 1965. $1968. Alright, so I guess it's showing me the story of the game. I guess the Cold War started or something. 1969. So he's getting older and older. He's a veteran. Okay, so he feels already, he's born in like the 40s or something, I guess. If I understand this correctly. It's my office. It says so in permanent marker right under the supply room sign. Let me see, so there is no volume, so I'll turn it down a little bit over here. Let's put it to 20. Alright. He is a janitor. Joe, Mr. Hill wants to see you. Frank. Let me just go in there to check. What's the inventory? There we go. It's my award. I got it for helping out on one of the lab assistants. Helping out one of the lab assistants downstairs. Let me click it again. Lab assistants downstairs after he mishandled some barrels. I agreed to keep them here. The award ceremony was short of unofficial, and I was told to keep the plaque in my office and no one would get jealous. Fine. These barrels were brought in here about a year ago. I don't mind them. I have plenty of space and they hardly smell at all. I wonder what that does. And that's the pause. Alright, so it's very, very minimalistic. I don't remember if I ever bought this game or... I think it might have been for free, even. Or then it was free at some point and I noticed it. I don't know. It's the access card for the management floor. And I think I need that because I need to see Frank. And I guess this is like an old office or something because there's old plaques here. I found this out back last year's summer party. After last year's summer party. Perfectly good table just left out in the rain. I got that baby cleaned. Got that baby cleaned up something. I got that baby cleaned up real good and installed it in here. So I'm not a fast reader by any means. And I make a lot of mistakes because I'm focusing on a lot of things at the same time, but we'll see. Is it just one glove? Fine. Borax, citric acid, eye wash, bleach, and hand soap. Some of the labels are peeled off, but I keep them in alphabetical order. Not the best way to do stuff. Alright, and I didn't see what he said about the rubber glove. So there's going to be a lot of missed information, I think. It's my chair. Frank has the good one. It's the good chair where Frank sits. He's been here a good deal longer than I have, so he has privileges. So this is sort of Frank's office as well, I guess, if you can call it an office. Lounge. So, oh, Mr. Hill wants to see you, Frank. Yeah, exactly. As I said about my reading and comprehension and stuff, it's not that great. Because if I read stuff, I usually read. I don't have a time limit, and then I read sort of factual stuff, and then rarely I'm doing something else while I'm reading, which is like playing and focusing that everything's working. I'm going to check the other direction first because the other direction is more obvious. 2,000 pounds maximum, clearance level 5, no exit from science labs 2 and 3 prior to decontamination. So there's access there, but you need to decontaminate. Alright, and I don't know the code. Oh, it's a card reader, though. Uses flat cards instead of keys. This company is full of modern technology like that. So let me just check what level clearance I needed. So it's level 5, so yeah. They're not going to let idiots like me run down that elevator to some sort of decontamination areas. Or areas which require decontamination. Let me check that. 23rd floor offices is the top management floor where Mr. Hill's office is. Alright, let's go that way. It's a blue access card reader. The company keeps tight security. That's why I always keep my card in place where nobody ever comes by. permission to enter the bridge, sir. Let's go. Yeah, she looks like we're from two different worlds. Intuit. Must be French. The title reads The Gestalt of Saturn Veiled. Just looks like a couple of color boxes for me. I never actually understood modern art at all, really, when I was a kid, I mean. But then at some point I was like, well, if you have something that sort of fits in with the surroundings and it sort of makes you feel good, it's good enough. And also, I don't think I could paint anything like that, in a sense. I always get like really self-conscious about stuff anyway, like any art that I do, so I go totally blind of what I see or hear. So yeah, but I wouldn't mind these paintings in my house. I'm very minimalist. It's a cardamom rhododendron. I'm not a botanist or anything, but I used to have one at home that came with a little name tag. At least this memory's good.
Oh, there you are, sweetie. Mr. Hill's expecting you. Just walk right in. What's the matter, sugar? Cat got your tongue? Just get your hiney in there.
That's nice. So everything else is things that I have to read, but the dialogue is good because I'm not much of an actor. So it looks like someone dumped an urn in there. I could have sworn I emptied it this morning. It looks like someone dumped an urn in there. I was trying to look at that. Trash can. Trash can is almost full. I'll update it later. I'm trying to look at most things just to get like a feel to the game, because this seems like it's totally different from what I do or what I play usually. Let's try to be sharp. Copenhagen Bruxelles, it's like Brussels. I've never actually, I can't, whatever. Amsterdam. I think I'm installing some more clocks myself, add a bit of class to my office. Although I'm not sure, I never know what time is it. Let me just read that again, because I want to get everything. Although I'm not sure I would ever need to know what time it is in Tokyo or Berlin. Maybe we should just install an extra one for Albuquerque. I have no idea what this graph represents, but whatever it is, it seems to be going well. Performance chart. So I'm guessing it's like a 2-year company, or it's they check progression in 2-year stints. That is Nixon. It's our president, Honest Richard, I call him. I think it will catch on. Even the ashtray looks expensive. One nation under God.
Ah, Jasper.
It's Joe, sir.
Of course, Joseph. How long is it that you've been with this company, Joseph?
About 2 years, sir.
Ah, yes, then by now you must know that what we do here is very important. National security may be just a word to most people, Jasper, but for men like you and I, it means so much more. We see the people behind those words. We understand that it means the safety of every citizen in this country, not to mention the shareholders and the hard-working clerks and stakeholders at the government funding agencies. It also means a lot of pressure. A lot. And some men just buckle. Which brings me to the main point of my agenda. A position just opened up, and we're promoting you,
Oh,
Jasper.
shit.
Sir?
Don't think the company doesn't notice its hard-working employees. We reward achievement in this organization, young man. And you've just made yourself a gold star. This means that from now on, you will be in charge of not only yours, but Frank's assignments too. That's right. That means downstairs lab sanitation, drain assignments, the works, with all the clearance that entails. That's a lot of responsibility we're investing in you, Jasper.
I thank you, sir. But what about Frank?
I know you made a great team, but Frank decided to pursue a different career path this morning. We wish him all the best. Oh, and of course you understand that we won't be able to present you with a fancy title or a miserable pay raise. This is a modern company, you understand. We like to keep a flat organizational structure here. So congratulations, Jasper. I bet you must be very excited to get back to work with all your new responsibilities. That's perfectly understandable. I won't keep you a minute longer. Here's your key card.
Yeah, sort of felt that I was getting duped. You can usually tell success by the amount of phones people keep on their desks. I don't have a desk. It's a remarkably stern-looking plant. Alright, so Joe just got himself extra work for nothing. Not sure what happened to Frank. I sort of feel like he was... like there's something behind it, because he probably would have told Joe that he's going. Let me see if she says anything about my promotion. No, she doesn't say anything about anything. Just a quick, brief look at the office. Something's going on. Maybe Frank is here. Nope. So... I thought it was a higher level. Oh, red access card. Thought it said clearance level 5. So the clearance levels go differently from the card levels, I guess. So, alright. Let's see where I can go. Something's going on. Yeah, something's definitely going on. Are we stuck? Archon, so should remember that. There's more blood. Reminds me of that Pong machine they just found, got down at Izzy's. That thing's amazing. I've been down there almost every night after hours since they set it up. Frank says it'll fry my brain, but I think it works just fine. Pong, that's before my time. But it must have been really amazing. There's no case of nosebleeds. It looks serious. I've got to show this to someone. So yeah, I've just to clarify, I have played and seen Pong, but it must have been amazing for the people to like get it for the first time. You could like control stuff on a general level in a way. Because I think Pong was one of those things where it was... you could get it for the average household, I think. Yeah, so he's not worried at all. Like, I'm sort of worried about blood everywhere. Cryogenics. Right, so I used up the card in a way, so... I'm not much of an engineer, but there seems to be something attached to two of the wires that clearly don't belong there. I could remove it and put the panel back in place if I had something to protect my hands. I mean, at this point, I'd be probably going back up to the, I removed the thing and pushed the panel back in place. Just go back up to the boss, but I think that was something to hack the panel, just override it and just open it. Did I check this door? Like what? Oh yeah, it was just the cryogenic, but it's not gonna open. Yeah. More and more blood. I wonder what they're doing here. Was it Archon? I have no idea what that refers to. Handkerchief. It looks like something right out of a science fiction movie. It does. Whoop, don't press the buttons, brah. It's a very expensive data processing unit. It doesn't actually say expensive, but I think it's a fair guess. The warning sign reads, "Caution, keep away from liquid materials." Coprocessor. I guess it's like a core, separate additional core. It's like, I shouldn't be doing this, but since I don't have an option, I will. Management needs to know about this. I'll need proof this time, though. Ever since that stupid Halloween prank the science department pulled on me last year, I don't think they'll take me seriously again. Okay, well, he's thinking what I'm thinking. Far out. It's one of those doors where two people have to turn keys at the same time to open it. It's like something out of a secret agent movie, only this one doesn't use keys, just buttons. Handkerchief soaked up in the blood. I need to get this to management. Yeah, there we go. Shit, it's like a game where you can make a smart move. Hope it's not too late, because the elevator... I would imagine the blood trail goes this... maybe this way rather than the other way. Can I pick that up? Yeah, just making sure that it's not like one click for dialogue and second one to pick it up. Okay, he can run. Good, because this is serious business.
Miss Goulet? Something's bad. The downstairs handkerchief has basement all over the blood. No, I mean...
Good heavens, Sugar. That rag's got blood all over. Have you hurt yourself again?
No, it's...
We keep telling you boys to follow company safety policy. I send out memos almost every week. I honestly don't know why I bother sometimes. You may look like capable grown men in those boiler suits, but you're really just big boys, ain't you?
But I'm not the one who...
No need to explain. Let me just take care of that for you. Now, let's see what Gloria has for you here. Ooh, nice clean Band-Aid. Just go wash up and put that on. You'll be as good as new.
But...
Now run along, you little scamp.
She says you can't go in there. I'm gonna... Bruh, just let me in. Gotta go drive through that, provided she probably thinks you're retarded or something. Better get back to the labs and find out more before you make a bigger fool of yourself. Look, embarrassment is not as important as figuring out why there's blood all over the place. Just as I said, that's a smart move, and Joe demonstrated otherwise. Just press that. Reminds me of that. Oh, yeah. So he actually did press that, but I just missed it last time. I took over for Frank during a sick day about a year ago. My sleeve snagged on one of these things and they closed down the labs for the day. Oh. So I guess the door is open now or something? I need to figure out, like, does a band-aid work? Maybe I need blood on it or something. Oh, it's just a button. I thought it was like a sensor. I'm too modern for this game. It's the 70s. Hello?
Mister, are you all right? You're bleeding. Huh, that's a lot of blood. Stay right here. I'll go get help.
No! Don't get anyone. Are you alone?
I'm not sure what...
I asked you a question. Are you alone?
Yes, I came down here by myself.
Good enough. Listen, I'm shot bad. I don't have a lot of time, but I'm also not important. At least this version of me isn't. What's important is that you understand what I am about to tell you now.
Should I be writing this down? I don't have anything to write with.
Shut up and pay attention! You're standing on the brink of an extinction-level event, set in motion by greedy half-wits that will eventually end the lives of every man, woman, and child on the planet. I know this because I'm partially to blame. And though I realized our folly in time, less sane and more senior heads prevailed. I have arrived from 40 years into the future to prevent it from happening. Things are obviously vastly more complex than this, but for lack of time to explain this properly to an insufficiently primed recipient intellect, I am what you would probably perceive as a time traveler.
Mister, you've obviously lost a lot of blood.
Quiet! I have planned this out in every detail for the better part of my life. And I'll be damned if I will let it fail because of a single gun-toting, overachieving parking attendant who wasn't where he was supposed to be at this point in time. Thankfully, you look fleeceable enough to be coaxed into performing one simple task for me. I want you to find me and tell me about this event before I depart for the past. You'll need this.
What is this?
It is a portable, interdimensional planar membrane chronosync instrument. It's a goddamn time machine, okay? For reasons you'll quickly come to realize. The device runs on solar rechargeable batteries. Despite this, I want you to keep it hidden until you're out of town. Don't let anyone see you with it, especially in here.
Mister, between the blood and all this space talk, you're making me quite dizzy. I'm not sure how I can help you other than by calling security and getting you to an ambulance.
Just take the damn device and find me. You find me, you hear? Go. Go.
Mister? Mister?
Okay. He's dead. He's a time travel.
Help! I need help in here!
Oh,
Stay
jeez.
right there, sir.
Listen, you gotta help me. There's a guy in there. There's a lot of blood. He needs help.
I said, stay right there.
But I work here. You know me.
Keep your hands where I can see them. Palms flat against the wall. Spread your legs. The police are on their way.
Look, I don't want to be unreasonable here. All I want is some simple answers to some simple questions. Do you want this to become complicated, do you? 'Cause, we can do that, you know. Make things complicated. Is that what you want?
No, sir.
Yeah, didn't think so. Let's just keep this nice and informal, shall we? See, I'm a simple, easygoing fella. I try to be affable and not go too hard on people. That's what I find works the best. Now, my partner over here, he's a different kind of guy. A real stickler for the rules. Ain't that right, Burke? See, I'm not too good with long, complicated answers. I confuse easily. Some kind of brain problem, I don't know. So sometimes I gotta consult him, you know, in complicated matters. He's got a real talent for helping suspects simplify their statements. Thing is, he's not much of a people person, so most people seem to prefer dealing with me. So tell you what, I give you some simple questions, you feed me some simple answers, and we're all home before Donahue. How's that sound? Now, do you mind telling me what this is? Take your time.
So is this the 70s or not? I like it said modern time, but I don't know. Let me just grab it and use it. Whoa, where'd the lights go? Hello? Was I just knocked out? I feel weird, like I was just fully flat and inflated again. Hello? I think I am in the past, but the police station exists, but of course it's like it's a different time. Not sure how the time travel device works, but I need to recharge it now. I think I just went to the future because it is in ruins. Yeah, nature has taken this place back.
Man.
Man, I'm dizzy. What happened? And I didn't read the rest because I thought he was going to read the whole thing. Who is that? J. Edgar Hoover. Why didn't I recognize him? The evidence room would be locked. I mean, I'll go upstairs to see. I'm really confused. This doesn't look like a police station at all. Where did they take me? I'll check upstairs because I can see maybe sunlight and maybe I can see like the entire city there. Nope. Oh god, what is this? I feel nauseous. Still don't have a clue what just happened, and now there's a dead body hanging from the ceiling. Baseball bat. You should know what's going on. It was a time machine, so you're either psychotic or then it's all a dream, or then shit just went down. A gaping hole on the floor. A hammer. Looks like a baseball bat, though. Oh. Yeah, I'll rather take some sort of weapon to swing with around here. If I've learned anything from the apocalypse genre. always have something to hit with. The hammer doesn't have a claw to remove the nails. I hate situations when there's two directions to go to from the start and both lead into some long direction. Him, I know. Can you... I was thinking maybe just plug it in there and try to twist it, but it's not going to work. It's the rope the guy's hanging from is from downstairs, tying. Too strong to untie. I need something sharp. So here we go. Now I can look outside. This might be totally far out, but what if that time travel guy was right? What if this weird box in my pocket actually took me out there? The future. I mean, think about it, Joe. What other possible explanations could there be? You're not dreaming, that's for damn sure. Head hurts too much. Have a look outside. Looks like a sort of generic nuclear winter type of situation. Time to go. Oh, let me just check this too, just in case it like falls off or something.
Far out.
Ah, there we go. There's a safe hidden behind this far out man. So yeah, it seemed like I predicted that, but I've been playing, I guess, games like this since I was a kid. So if there's like, I'm trying to articulate the intuition of it, but if there's like a chain of things, like a theme of things, then it's sort of likely that at some point when you get used to just looking at paintings, or then you start ignoring them. Either one. If you get used to looking at paintings, then something sort of surprising is going to happen when you look at. I can only count 3 steps. The first 2 are fine. The third seems to be somewhere in the basement. All right. But yeah, you just get sort of maybe an intuition into stuff like this. I think I tried the door. Oh yeah, it was evidence. An evidence room is locked. It's not going to open with this. However, seems out of power. The guy said it was solar powered, so I guess that means I need to get it into the sunlight. So that is the sunlight. Not sure if there's something. I'll go check one thing. I don't think there's like a light bulb, a working, functioning light bulb anywhere. Anyway, just in case I didn't miss anything, because I was in such a rush to get out. Don't think so. So, top floor, because this is in the sunlight. If I just hang it on, so I could get right. So I guess I need to look at it and then see if the light goes green or bright green, and then I'll sort of see. Whoops. Then I'll sort of see with. Through that whether I am just full of treasures, aren't you, Mr. President? Need to find a sunny patch. I mean, I'll go back here and see if this is enough. There's a broken window here, but hole. No, I was thinking I'd like pick up a shard. I need to get it into sunlight. Can I? Because I can't interact with that stuff. But I would take, shards and cut it, I guess. White herb. Yeah, I've seen the picture, but I had no idea who he was. I thought it might have been an old president from the other pictures. White herb. guess he was a sheriff. I'm not that deep into lore of any kind in the real world either, or in any fictional world either. So, I mean, this is like pretty much as sunny as it gets, I guess. I can't believe I'm sort of stuck here now. I'll see if there's something else if I look at it twice, because... yeah, a key attached to his belt. Just grab it. I hope it gets me out somewhere. Okay, so that's really good to know. Really good to know because... because now I will look at things twice if there is like a reaction and stuff. I thought I looked at it. Or then I never looked at it and I just sort of assumed that I did. Officer Burkowski. Lieutenant Burkowski. So something went wrong right after I left, which is not sort of surprising because unless it's small arms, anti-war propaganda, sexual aids, dentals. So yeah, it's not that surprising because he was sort of trying to achieve something and then, you know, trying to stop some cataclysm which might have happened, you know, a minute later. I can't break a rusty old padlock with a hammer. Must be out of shape. The great door is locked with a rusty old padlock. Let me check him again. Maybe there's something else on him too. I see an AK up there. Every fiber of a being is telling not to touch it. Even from a skeleton, you can tell he was probably able to snap you like a twig. You think skeletons were scary enough, but that huge jaw just takes it up a notch. How did he end up here? What happened? Evidence locker. So I am possibly missing something. This doesn't work on locks like this, but I'll... yeah, that's what I thought. Let me go up the stairs, try it on the red door. And it's open. A fish, a carp. Okay, so this looks like a, I don't know how police usually handle things, but this looks more like a sort of event map of sorts rather than individual. With pin circles and notes that look like they were written in a hurry, so it's like a, you know, disease spread or something like that. Herman Bell wanting for murder, possible connection to San Francisco 8. 3956. Let me see if they're... Anthony Bottom, what if it comes to murder, possible connection, Black Liberation Army, and San Francisco 8. Freddie Hilton, one for one kind of murder, San Francisco police officer, possible connections to Marxist Revolutionary Group. Russell Schultz, wanted for questioning by the CIA, record classified. Renato Soto, expected in 5 counts of murder. Suspect 0. Hey, that's my picture. It looks like it was taken by the camera when I was talking to that officer just now. What's going on here? It is him. Suspect possession of experimental military-grade weaponry. Case evidence seized by a Homeland Security Task Force. I don't understand. I didn't do anything. I barely know what just happened. So yeah, I didn't even think about it. Like, if I guess I just vanished or something from the questioning room or interrogation room. So this, I guess, probably works for the padlock if it is a numbered one. I'm not sure. I thought it looked like it had a key, but we'll see. Yeah, it has a key, so it doesn't work. Yeah. No, God damn it. Paperclip. Paperclip for... I guess it's for, like, picking locks, but, doesn't really work that way. I've picked a lock with a paper clip, and then I needed a hairpin to twist it. I guess it's rusted, so I need to oil it or something.
Wow.
It was a lot easier than I thought it would be. It's a katana. I've always wanted one of these, but somehow I don't feel as excited about it. Now you're actually going to get, like, to use it, you know. If you have it in the modern world, you're going to have to be extremely, well, lucky or unlucky to use it. Now you can just play around with it all you want. Oh, yeah, I was being dumb. I was thinking what would have happened if I would have cut this rope before getting the key, but of course I wouldn't have gotten the key. I mean the sword without the key. But yeah, all of this is pointing towards some kind of, you know, nuclear explosion or something. I think things would be more destroyed if it was nuclear, so something else probably happened. There's a duty roster on the desk. Seems a lot of officers were homesick that day. I'm not sure I'll get used to this. Well, you better. I can't even tell if it's a man or a woman. By the looks of the office, he or she was at least a lieutenant. Dead police officer, window. There's a big tree growing outside. I'm gonna be able to get out that way. So I think I'm done in here. And that means I can just get out. Could possibly go up. It's really far down. Whatever that guy was feeling in that movie Vertigo, that's what I'm feeling right now. This bandage looks sturdy enough in theory. I'm just not sure I'll be able to make it. I need something to hold on to, besides prayer, I mean. I think this should be able to hold my weight, but it's three stories down. If I try to climb down, I'll break my neck. I need some rope or wire to hold me. Damn. I had the thought of going down to check on the skeleton, but I just decided not to. So he is probably one floor down. It's bad enough when it was hanging from the ceiling. So yeah, I don't know how, like, people are dead in their chairs and then afterwards someone was hung from the doorknob. I think, but wait, was there a door there? Oh yeah, the handle was broken off. So I guess there's still humans around, perhaps, or there should be, because can't imagine them hanging someone and then blowing up. The most important knot I've tied in my life. Okay, I know this isn't just some sort of horrible nightmare. I need to breathe and get a grip. I missed the first part. If this is all really happening, someone must have taken that time travel guy to the hospital or something. I need to get over there. I'm not sure what I'll get out of it, but I have nothing else to go on. True. Alright, I shall leave the first episode here. I thought this might actually be like a maybe 2-hour game or something. I'm at chapter 3, so, you know, third in. Yeah, we'll see. I'll probably be able to finish this in a few episodes, probably. Hopefully. We'll see. But I'll see you in the next one.